So fam, what I'm going to be bringing you through today is how to gain size. So over the past month, I've put on about 8 or 9 kilos with my training and my diet. So I'm going to show you everything I've done over the past month over here in Marbella in order to put on that size. So if you're like me and you're looking to put on a bit of size, let's get the party started. So meal number one, very simple. We're gonna have some Spanish tortilla. Spanish tortilla is just like a potato and onion omelette. That's all it is. So I'm probably gonna have half of this and Sam will have a quarter of it. So I'll cut off my half. We stick her around with a bit of oil. That's it. Where's the oil? Here's the oil. So guys, here we have breakfast. So half a tortilla and just a bit of almond milk and a bit of ketchup on the side. So guys, next on the list, I'm going to do half a tub of Ben & Jerry's. I'm going to do 100 grams of Nutella and I have 2 waffles in the toaster there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat these on the way to the beach. Because I can. That is a big snack, a big lump of sugar in there. Isn't she beautiful? So what we're going to do is we're going to eat that on the way to the beach and hopefully not die of diabetes on the way. So fam, next on the menu we have my classic smoothie that I have every single day because it is the easiest way to get the daily intake of potassium in. So your daily intake of potassium is very high, talking 4,400 milligrams, about 4 grams. And for those of you that don't know if that's big or small, it is very big. It's very difficult to get your daily intake of potassium in. Like 4,000 milligrams will be, for example, like an avocado, which is very high in potassium. You're talking probably, I don't know, about 800 to 1,000 milligrams of potassium. Like just say like a large potato would have about the same, about 800 milligrams of potassium in it. So like you're talking, you can either eat 4 avocados or 4 massive meals of potatoes. So to get just your daily intake, it's a daily requirement. So it is very difficult to get your potassium intake. So what I do is I blend up a large avocado. I also blend up bananas, some orange juice, so I get a good lump of it in this shake. So we'll just get all this stuff together. So there's part 1. What we have is an avocado, a kiwi, 2 bananas and a bit of honey. So I do have to do this in 2 parts because I don't have a big blender. So we blend half it and then we go back for round 2. In round 2 we throw in some spinach and then we throw in just a bit more orange juice, just to finish it all off. There's part 1. And very thick. And there we have it, very thick, but what we do is just slap this on and give it a good shake. This is my pre-workout shake. And then after that, what I do is I get my supplements in. I take my iron supplements and I take my creatine and then I just have that with a bit of flavoured water. That's all we have. This is what we have for the last meal of the day. I'm gonna have some snacks after this, but we have some chips with some just paprika and salt on top, and then a burger. So me and Sam are gonna have this. I'm gonna put the burger on a bundy with some cheese, ketchup and mayo, all that jazz. So we'll throw them in the oven and get it cracking. This is what you need to do in order to put on Soyuz. Good Soyuz, proper Soyuz, in the quickest time without taking steroids. Now, what you need to do is not going to be a shock. This isn't new scientific evidence. This is what needs to be done. And it's the sad truth that a lot of people think that they love to do, but then when it comes down to it, they don't. They don't actually do it properly. They don't eat near enough than what they should. What you need to do is you need to eat. And when I mean eat, you need to eat a lot of food. Now, a lot of people think that they eat a lot of food, like, because they wake up and they might skip breakfast and then they might have a bit of lunch, might have a sandwich in work, and then they come home, they have a Chinese or pizza. They think that that's a lot of food. It's not. It's sadly not a lot of food. If you put all that food at the end of your day into MyFitnessPal and look at it, it's probably 2,500 calories, maybe 3. That's it. What you need to do if you're a hard gainer like me and find it really hard to put on size and store fat, you need to be eating 5, 6, 7, 8,000 calories a day, every day. That's what I have to do in order to put on size. I'm not this specially genetically gifted person that can eat fuck all and just get huge. I have to eat a lot of food, and my minimum intake for the day, like today, is over 5,000 calories. That's a lot of food for the likes of me. I've always been such a small eater. My whole life, I might have like a small cereal for breakfast as a kid, you know, a sandwich for lunch, get home, have a small little bit of bolognese for dinner, and then that's it. You know, eating fuck all. I've always been really skinny kid, so when it was time for me to put on proper size, I could never eat. You know, I started off eating like 2 scrambled eggs, then I gradually upped it to 3 and to 4 to 5 to 6, start to stretch my stomach out. You know, even the thought of eating used to just disgust me. I could, like, the thoughts of eating a large pizza, I would never be able to finish one. I'd have 2 slices and I'd be stuffed. Going out for dinner with family and friends, even like going for a Nando's, after eating like a Nando's wrap, I'd be stuffed. So I had to learn the hard way and put myself through a lot of pain trying to stretch my stomach out and get used to eating uncomfortable amount of calories. Like, I've done the crazy calorie days, eating over 10, 15,000 calories just to test myself and to realize that it can be done. So when you get used to eating like 10, 15,000 calories, 5,000 is going to be nothing for you. So what I recommend, if you're like me, a hard gainer, and you're beginning your journey in the gym, or even if you've been in the journey in the gym for years, and just say at the start of this year you were 75 kilos and you're a couple of months into the gym and you're still 75 kilos, something's not right there. You need to change your diet and change your training. And if you're trying to put on size, what you need to do is start eating a lot of calories. That's not eating like 100, 200 calories over your daily burn. A couple of thousand. Start packing on the size. Start getting some good size in. Start going up the scales and getting some real results, not just trying to gain muscle. That's it, no fat. I'm sure there is some genetically gifted people in the world that can do that. You're more than likely not that person. So listen to me. Eat a lot of food. Start tracking your food. And start putting on proper size. Another mistake that I made when I was trying to put on a lot of size is that I ate like a bodybuilder who was in prep. Because that's all I seen is bodybuilders eating chicken and rice. And I didn't realise is that I was malnourishing myself because I didn't have a knowledge of what the body needed. Like, all I was eating was either fish or chicken, eggs and rice. That was it. There was no potatoes, no steaks, no pizzas, no burgers. That was it. And I was wrecked all the time because, 1, I wasn't having enough calories, and 2, if you're just eating chicken, rice, fish and eggs all day, you're really lacking a lot of nutrients there. There's no iron in that. There's no potassium in that. You're going to be wrecked. So what I recommend you do, and it took me a very, very long time to learn this, is start getting big pizzas and burgers and steaks and potatoes and avocados and lots of fruit and veg in you, not just chicken, rice, potatoes and chicken, rice, fish and eggs. There's no nutrients in that.
You need the big steaks full of iron in you. You need avocados in you, full of potassium. You need potatoes in you. Start eating a lot of food and a lot of nutrients. Don't think you just need to eat chicken, rice and broccoli all day. You're not going to get big off that. You need to be eating simple sugars. If you're like me and find it hard to put on Soyuz. I've done the chicken and rice for years and I never got anywhere on it and I felt wrecked all the time. So what I do recommend is that you eat a lot of the proper big dense calorie foods like steaks, potatoes, and get a pizza and burger into it as well. And don't be afraid to eat all the sugary things like donuts and everything. Start packing on good Soyuz, and that's through eating a lot of good food and a lot of shit food. That's how I'm putting mine on at the minute. So that's what I recommend. The thing that I will talk about is when I used to go to the gym, I used to listen to a lot of pro bodybuilders online about how to train, like just say for instance Tom Platz and stuff like that, who would just go crazy intense and do like 20, 50 rep sets and stuff. That's fantastic if you're on steroids. If you're like me and you're not taking steroids, you can't do 20, 30, 50 rep sets. Your body's not going to be able to recover from that. Even doing a drop set for me, I'd be fucked for days after doing that. So what I recommend, and this took me a very, very long time to learn this, because I've put myself into situations where I would do those crazy long leg days, hours on end, and just sets after sets and reps after reps, drop sets, supersets, all these things. And what you're just burning too many calories and you're stressing your body out too much. You're putting your body into a state that I can't recover from. So now when I go to the gym, I do probably 2 exercises. I'd probably do 5 sets of just say each exercise, depending on what weight I want to get up to. And I do no more than 12 reps, no more. Anything after that doesn't make sense. The weight is either too light for you. You need to increase the weight. You need to start challenging your body as much as you can in a shorter rep range. That doesn't mean doing like 1 rep sets. Hit 8 to 12 and that's it. If you're doing any more, you're just gonna completely fuck your body up. You're gonna tax your nervous system too much, and you're gonna wake up the next day and you're gonna be so anxious. Your body's gonna be so stressed, and it's not gonna be able to recover from that. So I do recommend 8 to 12 reps, no more. Cause like I said, I've done that for too long and I never got anywhere with it. So more reps doesn't always mean more results. You need to get in the gym, you need to hit it heavy and hard in a short period of time and get out. That's what I recommend. So last meal of the day, we've half a tub of ice cream and we've 4 white chocolate Oreos. So, yeah, very good. I'm going to finish off this rant on this day. We're finishing off what I want to say. So, for example, I get a lot of texts saying, a lot of people send me texts saying, I only eat 2,000 calories or 1,500 calories a day. That's all I can eat. I'm going to give you 2,000 calories right now in 1 meal. Easy. So, you have a drink, a shake, right? A large yogurt in there. Pour it all out, the large yogurt. That's in the shaker, right? Get a load of honey. Squeeze that honey. A load of honey in there, right? Good bit of milk in there. That's 1,000 calories right there in that shaker, right? That you're going to drink. As well as a meal. Just say you have a large portion of whatever then you pick. Just say it's bolognese, and the bolognese dish winds up being 800 calories. So now you're already on 800 calories with just that drink and that meal. And to finish it off, like me, you go to the freezer, you get that bowl, you get that ice cream tub, and you either put the whole tub or half it into a bowl with some Oreos. That's probably another 800 calories. In 1 meal, you've already got over your 2,500 calories that you usually take in the whole day. So if you're trying to get big eating just chicken and rice, it's very difficult to eat more than 2,000 calories of just chicken and rice. Rice is very hard to eat, a lot of it, and it's very low in calories. So if you're trying to get loads of calories in you and you're saying, I can't get more than 2,000 calories in, yeah, you're eating the wrong food. You need to eat a lot of the calorie dense food in order to get big calories in. Like me eating ice cream. So I hope what I've said, I've gone on a rant, and I do apologise, but it's always going to be a question that a lot of people always want answering, and it's not new scientific evidence, like I said, but people will always ask if, and this is my answer. And a lot of personal trainers out there, and there will always be personal trainers out there and people in the fitness industry that will always get asked this question, and it will always be asked. So you do kind of get fed up of answering it. So here is my last chance, well, my last effort to get my point across. If you want to get big, and you have been trying to get big and you haven't been getting big, the answer is to eat more food. With that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you give the video a like. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And for now, peace and love.